It's a bonus vlog time. We're driving home from the European Juggling Convention, but we've got 4 people in the car, and Julia said, hey, I want to play a game, and so we're going to do high-low, goal crush, Bane. There's Luke, there's Juliana, there's Julia,
Forgot surprise,
and Liam in the back as well. Oh yeah, high-low, goal crush, Bane, surprise. We do the surprise at the end, so we don't finish on a negative point.
my high points were the gala show in the impressive opera theatre house, and the exceptional, really nice food in town for quite cheap money.
Yes, we ate so much and we put on so much weight, so now is going to be our... Now
the training
now is going to be
hard.
Post EJC weight loss is what we're going to need now. Okay, go for it. Nice banana, by the way.
My high was the gala show in this really pretty theatre, but it was also all the little shows in the special tents and open stages. Yes.
Yeah, for me the Pity Petterhofen was the high, but also performing on the special stage on Thursday was very special for me.
My high point is like Liam's. I think it was the Pity Pater Hoffen show. It was the first special stage show that we went to see, and it was just so much fun. And I just wish all juggling shows could just be so much fun. And that was. It was a great start to the convention.
My other high is the success we had with our vlog. I didn't really expect that, and I got so many people approached me and Luke saying like, oh these vlogs were amazing, and I was watching them at home, preparing myself. It was really great.
We have hit a stumbling block in the high-low goal crush Bane surprise that we're really struggling to think of low points. But Liam, you say you got one low point, yeah?
Yeah, sure. For me, like before performing, there were some times when I felt very empty and pressurized, and then it all came together in the show in the end, so it was okay. But yeah, before the show, at some points I was quite low.
My low was probably the middle section of Stefan Singh's show in the special stage tent, because the stage was just so low and there were so many people sitting in front, and he was rolling around on the floor. And I've seen the show before. It's a beautiful show. It's one of my favorite ever juggling shows. One of my favorite ever juggling experiences was being in the Catacomb and seeing him perform that for the first time. But it was just so bad. I just didn't. There was like 6 or 7 minutes which I just didn't see at all, and I think that was the low point, because I knew what I was missing. If it was just a bad view of a show, it'd be like, well, whatever, but I knew what I was missing and I knew what everybody else was missing, so that's my low point.
Actually, I don't have a low point.
Really? I
didn't have one.
It was all top level for you, was it?
Yeah, it was all top level, and then maybe I got tired at some points, but...
That's just part of the EJC, I think.
That was just me.
Yeah. Go for it.
Let me just do one overtaking thing. My low were actually 2 lows. One that Luke said already about the pity of the staging of Stefan Singh's show, and the second one was me going back to the hall before the fight night and stepping into a hole and really tripping really badly and hurting my ankle, that it was really swollen, and
yeah, we needed ice for it.
We needed ice for it.
Yeah.
That was the low point.
Cool. Not cool. But you know.
What are we on?
Goal. What was your goal?
My goal was to stay in one piece for the show on Thursday, which was quite challenging, but I managed it in the end. I looked after myself, I slept well, I enjoyed it too in the end.
Good.
Yeah.
Your goal?
Yeah, it was actually my goal to go beyond the limits of what I'm already doing, and I did a lot of workshops and got a lot of inspiration from many different people, different fields, like toss juggling, and that was great.
My goal for the convention, my only goal really, was to organise Fight Night and win Fight Night. Winning Fight Night, I didn't do very well with that, but the organising of Fight Night, it was really great fun. We had a fantastic venue, a good technical team, and I think it was overall a pretty good event. What would you say?
It was amazing.
Also, Fight Night organiser, a smaller Fight Night than last year. There was 89 people, and last year was 98 people, but it was a smaller convention. I think a lot of people had a lot of fun, so I say success, except that I didn't win. Boo. Go.
I had one goal, which was to juggle a bit and learn some tricks for me and my students, and I've put a few notes down, and I juggled with Luke, and managed to throw 5 balls, not catch them, but throw them. So yeah, that was very successful.
Your goal was to actually juggle As,
Yes.
as an EJC, actually juggle.
Yes.
Whoa.
Good.
Didn't manage to do the clubs, but
Yeah. Next up is Crush, which is the person who made your EJC very special. What do you say in the back, guys? Crushes?
My crush was Liam.
Oh.
My crush was Julia.
My crush was Liam on stage.
Oh. Juliana has a weird crush. Go.
my weird crush was the guy at the grocery shop.
Really?
He was, I was going there quite regularly, and he was always really helpful and helping out. And
yeah, he would reserve salads for us and things like that. Yeah,
he was pretty cute.
That is actually a very good crush. Very good crush. I'm going to be really boring with my crush, and I'm just going to say Wes Peden because he's still one of my favourite jugglers. And I was thinking, who did I enjoy watching most in the gym? And it was him. And I enjoyed his act in the gala show, and I enjoyed his show as well, and taking photos and hanging out a bit with him. Although we didn't hang out very much, it was good fun. The small amount of time that we did chat. So yeah, Wes Peden, I guess, is my crush. Boring, I know, but there you go. Next up is Bane, and the Bane is the thing or person or concept which nagged you and annoyed you throughout the whole convention. Julia, you've got a Bane. Go.
Yeah, I have a Bane. It was my physical limits. At some point I just had to sleep, and it was clear that I will miss out. I had FOMO, fear of missing out.
My Bane, it was the restricted views in the special stage and the open stage. There were so many seats where you couldn't see the floor, you couldn't see the whole stage. I found it really annoying.
You stole my Bane, or you stole my low, that was what I was getting. But I remembered my other Bane. My Bane is, I've been doing this daily vlog and I've been looking at myself quite a lot, and I've noticed I've had these 2 spots on the side of my neck, and I noticed them on the first day, and because I noticed this first, every time I video, every time I see this side of me, I'm seeing these 2 spots, and I'm like, I haven't been bitten by a vampire, they're just 2 spots, and they just haven't been healing properly. So those 2 spots and having to look at them all the way through, doing all these video edits, is my Bane for the EJC. Bane.
My Bane is us missing out on quite a few shows that people afterwards said were really good, like the I don't know, the guys with the acrobatics in the special tent.
Chaos Camos.
Yes, Chaos Camos.
The Where is Toby show.
The Where's Toby show, and a few open stages that we missed out because of different things.
Yeah, just busyness as well.
Busyness, and yeah, that was a bit of my Bane, that we just, with the scheduling just didn't work out so well. Also because all the shows were always so close to each other. It was, yeah, it was a bit a pity.
It's like either dinner or see a show, which is sometimes a bit...
There wasn't, I think personally there should have been more shows in the afternoon, like some special show at 2 and then again at 6, but this way it was always like really crunched together.
So it wasn't the fear of missing out, it was actually missing out.
Exactly.
Alright, next up is surprise, and the surprise is the thing that you just weren't expecting at all, and Juliana said she doesn't have a surprise, she's got too many highs. Was it surprising how many highs you had?
Oh yeah, it was very surprising.
So is that your high? No, is that your surprise?
I just had another surprise, but now you surprised me by pointing the camera at me.
Okay, what was your other surprise?
The other surprise, it's out of my head. Just ask somebody else and then me again.
Surprise, Luke's giving us a lift home, great.
Oh, nice.
That was a big surprise on the first day.
Okay.
Thank you, Luke and Juliana.
You did ask.
But a good surprise on the EJC side was the good vegan burgers from Umea.
Ah.
I think I ate a burger every day.
We tried to eat the burgers, I think 3 times, and once there was a massive long queue, so we didn't go there. The other 2 times, one time we were in the queue and they sold out and they said come back later, and then the other time they also sold out. So they're obviously very good vegan burgers if they kept selling out.
They were fantastic.
Yeah. My surprise was losing in the first round of the fight night in the round of 32, my earliest ever being kicked out of the thing. But looking at it now, it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. It was going to happen sometime. So distracted and so busy with the organising, not really warming up and not really being in the right headspace, and yeah, and just out in the first round. However, that led to another high point, or another good thing, which was just being able to organise and host the fight night without actually having to stress about taking part, and I kind of enjoyed organising it and hosting it more than I do getting to the final and losing to Jochen every fucking year. So a good surprise in the end, as it worked out.
It's not really one surprise. It's more like the general surprise of how nice this EJC was. The site was great. The camping with all the trees, the juggling hall where we could meet all the friends, and I spent so much more time with friends than at last year's EJC. And yeah, and just in general, having such a great time. The weather was perfect. I think that was it. All of it.
Surprisingly good weather, yeah, because every time that we looked at the forecast, it was always like rain and thunderstorms last time, and there was one day when it was slightly wet, and that was it. And on that day it got slightly wet. Wow, do people smell? You get 3,000 jugglers together, all sweating and not washing for a few days. And when it's nice and sunny and it's dry, you can just get through it. But as soon as it rains, oh, it gets musty. Oh, it does. It shouldn't be a surprise, but that does surprise me sometimes. Any other business? One other thing which we want to mention. Go, Juliana. Other.
The town of Lublin is just a pretty little town, far away, but very, very nice and very friendly people.
My other is just this vlog. I wasn't really planning on doing a daily video, but that's how it all worked out, and it worked, and I was surprised how I kept it up, and we've got another 2 videos to upload, including this one. So that's my other. Thanks for watching the vlog.
The other climbing frame in the acro hall, that was a nice surprise. I enjoyed climbing around with ball on head.
Cool.
I enjoyed staying in a flat with other jugglers.
Okay, it's a good other. Rate the EJC compared to others. Top EJC, second tier, third tier, bottom tier. Probably not bottom tier. Go.
It was the best.
Really?
Yeah, it was
of
one
how
of
many?
the best.
Of how many?
Of 9.
9 EJCs is the best.
In a row.
Yeah.
For me, it was definitely top tier, along with probably EJC 2003 in Svendborg, and also for me and Juliana, our first EJC together in Toulouse. This was definitely the best EJC me and Juliana have been together. For me. How about you?
Yeah, I would say it was the best, but like really close to Toulouse. So
of your 5.
Of my 5
EJCs.
Like, since Toulouse, all of them, and I think this one topped it really, really well.
So all round top EJC.
Yeah.
Thumbs up from everyone. Will you eat that banana because you've been holding it now for about an hour?